dogs, and we're approaching the mother and the fawn, and they don't move. So I'm thinking they're gonna run from this dog. Eventually, we basically had to get nose to nose before they left. It was a standoff. Let's take a moment, really, just to bring ourselves present here. We say goodbye to the week that was. Think about all the beautiful memories we created. The times we had with our family and friends. The times we had to laugh and to love. Maybe some movies or shows we watched or books. Anyone read a good book this week? Barbara says. Any recommendations?
It was called Sisters.
Sisters. Anyone that you'd recommend? This is a very, very special Shabbat because it's our Buffalo Corner reading series. It's the very first time that we're doing this. So it's a poetry base. You won't see a musician up here, so you're going to have to bear with me. We have Liz Mariani, who's over there. She's going to be reading periodically, so we're kind of co-leading in that way. And we're going to bring poetry. Poetry is a really important part of our service. We're going to begin with a song, actually, which is on your leaflet. I said that there's no musician, but so you're just going to have to breathe with me. So this is a song actually introduced. Rabbi Yonina helped me a little while ago with this. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Rabbi Menachem Creditor, who I'm regularly on Facebook with, he wrote this song a number of years ago, and it's become kind of an anthem. It's pretty easy to sing along to. Olam, so say it with me, Olam, Chesed, Yibaneh. So we're going to build this world of love. So each of the verses are right below. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadai, Yadadai. Oh, let's actually start with I will build this world from love. I will build this world from love. Yadadai, Yadai, Yadai, Yadai. I will, and you must build this world from love. Yadadai, Yadai, Yadai, Yadai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, yadai, 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 then God will build this world from love, yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. One more time. I will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. And you must build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, yadai, 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 then God will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadai. All right, Bruce, we're ready for you.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I just got a text from the cantor. She's watching on the stream. She says, don't worry, she'll be back next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, yeah. Anyway, but she said, nice try. She gives you an A for effort. Anyway, welcome. This is one of those nice, peaceful services. We don't have an extravaganza this week like the ones that the cantor. She's at, by the way, cantor camp this week. So Mark and the other musicians in the group, she's going to come back with all sorts of new ideas for you. So get ready to work hard. But anyway, a nice, calm, peaceful service with poetry and Liz, and poetry from Liz, and poetry from the rabbi. It should be very nice. That adds a spiritual level to this. It really does, because it's not just reading the normal prayers. It's the poems are thoughts. They're thoughts with meaning, and that's a nice thing to have under the tent. It's nice to have inside too. But anyway, it's a nice level of spirituality. I'll get out of the way, you guys get to work, and then I'll be back. We have a busy weekend here at the temple, and a lot of stuff coming up, so lots of announcements. And Julia, who is, you'll notice, not here, emailed me today with vivid instructions. Make sure this gets into the announcements. And she's watching the stream, so I have to make sure that everything Julia sent is in the announcements.
He's pre-warning you about how long the announcement.
Yeah, and it's all Julia.
So in Hebrew, a song and a poem are exactly the same thing, a shir. And actually the Torah is full of song. We just don't have the melody. We create our own melodies for them. And they're really part of the vibrancy and the history of our community and our tradition. So I'd like to read this poem, which I wrote in ode to poetry, actually. In praise of the poet who screams at the world, with hope and with laughter and with all of herself, to put herself out there, to stand so exposed, in praise of the poet whom nobody knows, in praise of the playwright who documents loss, who cries tears from the struggle with nobody else, who spends weeks by the typewriter clicking away, hoping that someone will read it someday. In praise of the singer who sings from their soul, a song that is pure and lovingly so. You may smile as you hear it, not understanding it at all, just knowing you feel different after you've gone. To those who are silent, lacking the words, in a world full of violence that hurts those who feel love, remember the poet, the playwright, the singer, the song. We owe them our freedom for all they have done. From Homer to Shakespeare, from Rumi to Poe, Emily Dickinson and Maya Angelou, they write of our hardships, of all we've gone through, helping us face an uncertain world. So in praise of all those brave artists out there. And we're going to light our candles now. Actually, we have the poet. Well, what do we bring the whole corner? All it is pressing a button. Yes, everyone. And Brittany can join because she's a newly designated. Okay, this is very easy, I'm going to explain. And we're going to turn to page 120. All you need to do is take the remote control there and press the, yes, I think it's the green button. Let's see. Let's see if it works. This is magic, actually. Oh, it did it again. All right, we bring in the light of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat. We open our eyes at the beauty that surrounds us. If one of you could lift our Kiddush cup. Kiddush is on page 123. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'yahav ratzon Hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit kihu yom tefillah lemikra'e kodesh zecher tziyah mitzrayim. So just so you know, we have Marina Blichstein and Liz Mariani and Brittany here, who's also joining. she was part of, she's not reading poetry tonight, but she's yeah, the fan club. She's there. So, you guys, welcome. We're so glad, and they're going to be also part of the Buffalo Corner reading, which will be after services. So I'm going to bring Liz over here to read some poems, and we have, or a poem, sorry. We have a leaflet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. So I brought 2 poems from somebody else, Mary Oliver, may her memory be blessing, and 1 poem from me, still here. And and I'm just gonna do the summer day, okay? But I want you to scroll down and look at the last line, and I want you to repeat it when I repeat it, even though it's not technically repeated in the poem. We're just gonna repeat it because it's a really powerful line. So I'm gonna read the poem very slowly. You can read along, and then when we get to the last line, I'm just gonna ask you to repeat it after I finish it. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, great. The summer day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? The grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass. The one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down. Who is gazing with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?
Just let those words soak in for a second. Mary Oliver, one of my favorite. It's poetry, and I think it's perfect for outside as well. We're going to turn to page 138 and 139, and we're going to sing Lecha Dodi as we bless the Shabbat bride as she enters. We imagine her in the fields out there. We're going to sing the 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 9th verses. On the 9th verse, we're going to rise and we're going to face out into the beautiful landscape around there, looking for the deer. We're going to bow as Shabbat enters into our space and into our lives, and then we welcome each other by waving. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat mikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat mikabela. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat mikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat mikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'ti'iferet l'tila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Rat Shabbat le'echu b'neilcha, ki mekor ha'bracha, me'rosh mikedem nisuha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavati la. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Hitoreri, ki va'orechu mi uri, shir damberi, kivod Adonai alayik nikla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. V'oi b'shalom ha'ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'b'sohala, tohen munei am sikula, v'oi kala, v'oi kala. Lecha, each other, dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Yadai, 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 Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. We remain standing on page 146 for our Baruch Hu, our call of Holy Community. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. May be seated. So much of our poetry from thousands of years ago to today is about love. It's about the human capacity to love. It's about the hardship of loving. To love someone truly, a friend, a relationship, a child, is the hardest thing we do. Love comes with cost. If we break that love, or if we lose that love. And so we need to be brave in love, because that's something that makes us human. It makes us who we are fully. This is a poem as we prepare for the Shema. It's called How We Love. The heart is the most misunderstood of all human organs. Guard it with armor. Protect it with rib and lung. Fortify it with wall and moat, and it will shrink into itself like a balloon left outside in the cold. Open it instead, displaying its arteries and veins, its orifices and round edges. Break it out of the safety of your chest, and it will expand, filling your body with emotions so big and raw you could call them love. Pretend as if it has no barrier at all. It will keep growing and growing, searching for more and more hearts to pull into its own. Our mistake is believing that safety is the heart's only desire. If so, then why would it always be beating, constricting and expanding like a leaf on the edge of a branch? Hearts were never meant to be treated like rare art. but designed instead to be thrown about like a ball by young friends at the beach on one of those hot summer days where the light never seems to lessen, even when the stars are already out, ready to dance with the moon. We're going to turn to that very important prayer, the Shema, which really encapsulates love. It's our way of saying I love you to God, but also to one another. It's on page 152. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Amen. Let's sing together on 154. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol mi'avotecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shivtecha v'leitecha v'lektecha b'derech v'shofecha v'kumecha v'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafo b'neinecha u'tavtam al mitzvotecha v'sharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem ekol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim l'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim li'olachem l'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. On page 155, we'll read a translation of what we just sang. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, and every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. We're going to turn to page 158. Last week, we had a very special Shabbat celebrating America's 250th birthday on Shabbat, which was really spectacular. So we're going to turn to, on 158, we have the Micha Mocha, which is a crossing of the sea. And of course, we know the famous image of George Washington crossing the Delaware, which I think was also meant to evoke the crossing from thousands of years ago. So we're going to try a Jewish tune, God Bless America. Okay? Micha Mocha, Ve'elim Adonai, Mi kamocha, nehedar hakodesh, norati lot, hosef eleh, malchutecha, ra'u banecha, bokei hayam lifnei, Moshe Miriam, le'olam va'ed mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. All right, more or less. Don't tell Cantor. Yaakov Golo Miat Chazak Imenu Baruch Atah Adonai Ka'al Yisrael. Gonna bring Liz over again for a poem as we head towards the Amidah.
I have two poems. So this next poem is called If You Should. And it is not a really long poem. So if you should, maybe just listen with your ears and your heart. If you should find the world lush, lose yourself in the arms of a grounded love, welcome the elegance of meteors. If you should hold the dreams belonging to your grandmother, if you should wake with laughter filling your wallet, roll into the frequent gusts of bird song, recover the bodies of deflated ruminations, pause for thunder, for lightning, for waterspouts. This is how the earth shakes in the sky. If you should float on silence, spin in prayer, breathe. If you should find a family, run to a safe place. If you should, you must. And the next poem is Wild Geese. Sorry, Rabbi. Just gonna finish it up. And this is by Mary Oliver. So I'll take a quick breath before we hear this poem. Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you about mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of rain are moving across landscapes over the prairies and deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
I invite you to rise at this point for our silent Amidah, our silent standing prayer, if you're able. Pages 164 to 180. Feel free to explore it, or just the prayers of your heart. Whenever you're ready, you may be seated. And feel free to spread out if you want as well. On page 180. Oh, say shalom Birama. Uya say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oh, say shalom Birama. Uya say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru, amen. We're going to take time now on page 371 to have our Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. There's so many people that we are thinking of special prayers to Cookie Levin, to my dad, Henry and Lazarus. If there's other people that you're praying for, just raise your hand and we'll go around.
Henry Varnicki. Milton Camhigh, Rebecca Camhigh, and Sagi.
Someone I've been saying Misha Berach for is in hospice now. Christina.
Let's all think about Christina. She's in hospice.
Batia Benzav.
Exactly.
Al Green, Joe Morris, and Janine Morris.
Oh my gosh.
Steve Schnack and Richard Balo, who used to have the Jewish deli in Buffalo years ago.
Jim Russell.
Amory Riggs and Ernie Sanders.
Oh, Melissa and Debbie Karanka.
Ed, yeah.
Joanne.
Bring all those names into our hearts. If there are any, call them out if I missed any. As we sing the Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Ve'imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Ve'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Complete healing of body and soul. May our prayers go out to where they're needed, and may people here and elsewhere be comforted by our prayers. Yes, Ronnie DeBrown and her mom as well. So I'm going to turn it over. Maybe Liz, do you want to introduce? Yeah, come on over. I want to say Liz is one of the most amazing poets. You got to hear one of her poems today, and you'll hear more if you stay after for Buffalo Corner. But she's a very brave and spirited poet who speaks from her heart, And she's taken on Buffalo Corner in a beautiful way. This is a project that started by Ganilla Kester about 6-7 years ago. Sorry, kids, don't say anything I guess. Oh no! But it's 7 years ago. It's a labor of love, and we're so glad Liz has taken it on this past year. And this is a new experimental thing we're doing today.
So poets don't live on islands of poets, right? We don't. We do allow others to be on the poet island. But Marina is one of my 20 years. 20 years of friendship. I've never not known you as a poet. I'm going to do her informal bio before I bring her up, and then later on you can hear her more formal bio. But my friend here was born in Soviet Moldova, came into the United States in 1991 as a refugee, Marina. She speaks and reads Russian, English, Hebrew, and Yiddish. Learned English from American hip-hop and cartoons. Has been a feature on many of my readings in the past, and has her own, and is a graduate of the MFA program at Columbia, but Columbia was lucky to have her. And please come up here and share some of your words and some of the words that inspire you on this beautiful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, Marina.
What a magical thing to have this. This is very special, and I'm so excited for later on. Thank you so much for having me. Very much a homecoming in a lot of ways. In the spirit of Mishberach, I want to read as healing as poetry can be, writing about the body. This is a poem by Mae Swenson called Question. Body, my house, my horse, my hound, what will I do when you are fallen? Where will I sleep? How will I ride? What will I hunt? Where can I go without my mount, all eager and quick? How will I know in thicket ahead is danger or treasure, when body, my good bright dog, is dead? How will it be to lie in the sky without roof or door, and wind for an eye, with cloud for shift? How will I hide? And a couple of mine in conversation with that. Body, my house. Untouched body parts, my first loves I neglected like a mother overwhelmed. I meet your deserts and your secret springs. I smooth again the contours I beheld when I was little. Odes to you, matter made entropy, plum of my eye or corset I unlace even in public. Ride proud my steed, who birthed you but a mother, weary of her own unruly hound. Body of work. Poem, my companion, music, my delight. In you I might most happen, with you I write. Novel, my house, my horse, but song, my hound. I hunt with you and for you, and am found.
So that's just a little taste, a bismillah, of what we're going to have after. What will be happening is there's going to be ice cream. And then in this very space, this will transform into a poetry hall. And in addition to Marina and Liz, we have also Catherine Hastings, who's going to be coming here as well. And I want to say, you didn't mention it in Marina's bio, but she has an adorable little girl, right? Yeah, who's about 1 year old or so? Weeks away from 1 year old, and she still is awake. It's amazing. She's coming. Oh, okay. So if you come, you're going to meet Marina's baby. So that's even more seductive. We're going to turn to the end of our service, page 586, for Aleinu. Invite you to rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekula l'oseh reshit, shenatan klasanu kaviyah baksod, velo samanu kimishmachot adamav, shelo sam elheinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol ha'olam, 591. Ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo may be seated. We're going to turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. And I know we have people among us here are here for a yard site, and it's wonderful, or in Shiva, and a community of comfort. It's a really important role that our community plays, a sacred role, to really hold the memories of our loved ones. And we take that very seriously. If you ever have someone you're thinking about, just let our office know. Nancy always puts it together, so if you have anything, she can help you. We had a number of losses this week. Alice DeBozen, Abe Lerman, and Betty Smith. On our Shloshim list from the past month, we remember Ira Bash, Neil Bluestein, Dr. Paul Davis, Helen Urkela, Jane Freer, Noel Greenspan, Stephen Gross, and Bradley Hunt. On our yard site list from years past, we remember Dorian Baker, Samuel A. Barish, Phyllis Cohen Blakefield, Daniel Charles Brownstein, Stephen Bougie, Barbara S. Berwick, J. M. Caviar, Ann Chase, Raphael DeBrowen, Ruth D. Ellis, Grace L. Elmy, Ida Epstein, Martin M. Fagan, Leon Farhi, Helene Fudeman, Milton Gabin, Charles Giller, Lottie Grossberg, Max Hellman, Henry Husbush, Janet Hohenstein, Rabbi Daniel E. Kerman, Irving Konovitz, Dorothy Landers, Howard Lessman, Fred Lippa, Lalina McDonald, Daniel McNamara, Mildred Nathan, Harry M. Newman, Nathan Pritikin, Erwin Rovner, Sally J. Sapphire, Mary Sandel, Ruth Shack, Sydney Schiller, John Schreiber, Mary Taylor, Benjamin Wallens, Sarah Weinstein, Sarah Bunis Weiss, Abraham Winiger, Erwin Wolf, Tyler Joseph White. If there's other names that you'd like to mention, just raise your hand. Yeah.
Y'all got an email yesterday about Michael Harris from the choir passing?
Oh my gosh. One of our choir members, Michael Harris. That's our second choir member that's died in the last few years. That's terrible. He was.
From the Amherst Senior Center email.
Said he had been a long
Well, we'll
time
have to
volunteer.
find out more, and we'll certainly dedicate some of our choir service to it. That'll be a huge loss. Terrible. Thank you for letting us know, Larry.
Sam Brody.
If it's your custom to rise, page 598. Yitkedal, Yitkedash, Shnei Rabbah, V'yomad Divrach Kirutei, V'yamlik Malkutei, V'chayelon, V'yomon, V'chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav B'zman Karib V'yimru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah M'vorach Le'olam U'me'olayim. Yitbarak, Yishtabak, Yitbar, Yitramam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitaleh, Yitalal, Shmei Kudishah, B'rehu, Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Tamiram Yomam Yimru Amen, Yehei Shlom Rabba min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Yal Kol Yisrael Yimru Amen, Oseh Shalom B'Rumav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu Yal Kol Yisrael Yal Kol Yoshvei Tevel Yimru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, and we say Amen. You may be seated. Zikranam Livracha, may their memory be a blessing. And as promised, we have an extra long edition.
Extra long. I said there's a lot from Julie. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to Rabbi Alex and Liz Mariani for helping to lead a really interesting service this evening. And don't forget to stick around afterward for the corner reading series, which should be equally interesting. Thank you all to the Connor for our sound setup, and thank you to Todd for coming over here and doing all of the chairs set up. And you know, he does this all by himself, and he's not a young man. Anyway, thank you to our service greeters tonight, Tom Lansing and Eliza Berger. Tomorrow morning, Torah study is at 9 a.m. It is at Temple Beth Tzedek or via their Zoom. The Shabbat morning service and Kiddush luncheon will begin at 10:45 a.m. at Temple Beth Tzedek. As you know, we are now 2 weeks into our new service time, 6:30 year-round, other than family service, which will be at 6 o'clock. So we hope you are enjoying it, and let us know your thoughts. If you have any positive feedback, tell Rabbi Alex. If you have complaints, talk to Joanne. Busy weekend, very busy weekend coming up. Tomorrow morning, if you made your reservation, first of all, for the Women of Shir Shalom Donors Luncheon at 12:30 p.m., that's on Sunday. The quilt that Judy Stern made has been framed. Well, Judy Stern made with help from a lot of our volunteers, I should point out. That's been framed and it's hanging inside the office. Special thank you to Nancy McGurry for her creative idea on that. The luncheon itself, you'll walk into the social hall, be greeted by an enchanted garden. Julia, who's watching on the stream, is that anything like the enchanted garden you had in college? I'll be there. Okay. Anyway, if you made your reservation for the luncheon, but you can't be here for the luncheon, and you want to participate in the basket and silent auctions, you can come in tomorrow and purchase your tickets and place them in the baskets in the social hall. That's tomorrow between 10:30 and 12:30. I know what you're thinking, Bruce. Raffle tickets on Shabbat. They went to the rabbi. The rabbi said it's okay, but apparently a donation is being made to his fund, so a little hinkiness. Anyway, so if you want to come in and do that tomorrow morning when you're here for Shred It, perfect opportunity. Tomorrow morning through 1 o'clock. The Shred It event is from 10 to 1. Come on in. It's a drive-through only. Drop off your shredding. $10 for a banker's box. $30 for a plastic tote or a garbage bag or a bigger container of some kind. That is cash only. In July, Tikkun Olam will continue our ongoing food collection for the Unity Baptist Church on Buffalo's East Side. Just remember, over the summer, the kids that are in the school lunch program don't have that. So anything we can do to help them would be wonderful. There's going to be an interfaith picnic at North Presbyterian Church on July 12th at 5 o'clock. And then the Interfaith East Side Garden Walk is on July 19th. See your Tikkun Olam emails for details on all of that. Resetting the Table will return this Sunday, this says, is that correct?
Yes.
You're going to be everywhere Sunday. You have like 18 events. Anyway.
I need to kind of, get another person, get another myself.
There we go. We'll clone Rabbi Alex for the weekend. Anyway, so Resetting the Table will return this Sunday at 2 o'clock. It does not say where you're meeting.
We're meeting at the Zion Lutheran in Clarence Center.
Okay, Zion Lutheran Church in Clarence Center. Shabbatas is back on Tuesday. Please pre-order on the website if you haven't done so. Thank you to everyone who either supports Shabbatas or volunteers for that. The Buffalo Coalition Against Anti-Semitism is holding a unity rally on Wednesday, July 29th at 5 o'clock. Registration is required for that. Go to the Jewish Federation website for that. We are, of course, into, Tom, what year are we into for Life and Legacy? Where's Tom? Should I go to call him out? He's gone. We're in year 5 for Life and Legacy. If you have done your letter of intent, but haven't done your letter of commitment, please do so. If you haven't done a letter of intent yet, talk to Tom about that. Anything you can do would be wonderful. And again, we're not asking you to write a check. This is to help the temple in many, many years in the future. And you don't have to do much. I mean, you know, if you want to designate $1,000 in your will to the temple, we would appreciate that. It's a delight. Huh?
That was good.
Oh, see, I made the rabbi happy. I'm leaving. Okay. Anyway, if you need anything at all, call Julia, who is on vacation. But when she gets back, call Julia. Join us for the corner reading series immediately following the Onik Shabbat, which it looks like we have ice cream treats. So on a hot night, nothing better. So we'll have ice cream followed by poetry. There's a poem about ice cream, but I'm not going to say it because it's kind of raunchy. Shabbat shalom.
All right, one last poem, and then we'll do a Don Olam. This is called Astronomical Signs. What if there were no stars, just mist and steam above our heads, nothing to aspire toward, to reach for? Would we be satisfied with just Earth? I wonder on clear days when the sky is so blue it could be water. I'll walk with my eyes down, kicking rocks. Then as the dark begins to creep into my bones, a star will appear, and then another, and something deep inside of me will feel at peace. We'll conclude with Adon Olam, page 625. 625. Adon Olam asher malach terem kol yitzir nibra li'et nasa behefso kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kiklot hakol levado yimloch nora v'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yiyeh b'tifara v'hu yiyeh b'tifara v'hu echad v'yein sheni laham shilo lahach bira v'li reshit v'li tachli v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra v'hu eli b'chai go'ali b'sor chevli b'yeit sarah v'hu nisi umanosli minad kosi b'yom ekra minad kosi b'yom ekra v'yado avki ruchi v'yei tishan v'ayira v'im ruchi geviati Adonai li v'lo ira Adonai li v'lo ira. All right, we have our chal over here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Please return your prayer books, minus the leaflet to the front. Enjoy the ice cream and come back for the poetry.
Well, one lives in New Mexico, the one we saw last year, and Sandy is coming in from Washington State. Oh yeah, they both were born and raised here. Yeah, and Linda actually, yeah. Their niece is in Lakewood, and her brother's coming in Sunday, so it's getting
One spoke up for me. He didn't give me drugs.
Might be the best donut ever.
Well,
What if they have Dove bars? Dove bars.
that's
Kid's munching on a Dove bar.
I'm guessing it's an ice cream sandwich and it ain't Dove.
I saw somebody.
FBI?
We should go talk.
I think that's the girl. That's the female. I don't know who this guy is. Here, take these. Take these. My neck.
Usually slight bend down. Now it's like all the
That's how you keep cool here in Buffalo. Well, not until it's